Hi, for those of you who may or may not know me, my name is Jody, and I've taken the time to make this video in light of a conversation that I had with a friend recently, and just some things I've been thinking over the past few months, few weeks, probably the past few years actually. Um, we discussed in our wonderful, thought-provoking conversation life as a millennial, as the analysts and all of the psychologists and sociologists call us, the millennial generation, the youngest of which would probably be around the age of 12, the oldest around the age of 30. But most of us are in the 18 to 30 age range, and just the society that we face, not in a doomsday, oh woe is us kind of way, but just looking at things realistically. And we, just came to the conclusion that in this day and age, the traditional methods of getting to the top and making something of yourself and becoming a success and achieving the American dream have changed. The rules have changed. Our parents, bless their hearts, did all that they could and worked their butts off and gave us and instilled in us this idea that if you work really hard in school, you study, you make the grades, you graduate, you get a good job, you work your way up, you stick with the company, and then you'll make it to the top, because hard work is what gets you there. Hard work and persistence and consistency is what gets you there. And those things are still true to some extent, but the whole working your way up the corporate ladder, not really working out these days for a lot of people. I don't know if you've heard, but the economy's sort of in the tank. And our generation is pretty much faced, for the most part, with three options. Option number one, despite your many degrees and your advanced learning, you take a job in an industry, in a field that you're not really utilizing that degree. And that ranges from working in, taking a part-time job in, a field that has nothing to do with what you studied whatsoever, just to make ends meet, to working in a field that's totally unrelated and, again, taking a job that's probably lower pay or lower benefits just to get your foot in the door. That's option number one. Option number two is just go back to school. Many of my friends have gone to law school, medical school. Some of them don't even really want to practice law, don't really want to practice medicine at all, don't tell anyone. But they're doing what they, sort of going with the flow in the same frame of mind that they've been in all these years, that if, I continue to study, continue to fill myself with knowledge and really work towards a higher degree, then eventually I'll get a job in the field and make a career in the field of my choice. And some of them, that was the plan all along, but some of them, it just seemed like the best option in light of a crappy economy and no job. And then there's the third choice, which is start your own job, become your own boss, become an entrepreneur. And that's me. Not to say that, my choice is better than everyone else's, but it's a choice. And it, in and of itself, has its own difficulties, its own challenges as well. And for me, it was the best choice. But those are basically the three choices. And even with those three choices, we're still trying to figure out what the new rules of the new economy, of this new society that we're sort of creating ourselves. You see people like Mark Zuckerberg, and you hear about the guys who created Google and Twitter and all this other stuff, creating new economies. And for the most part, most of us are trying to figure out where we fit into all of this. So now, not to say that everything that our parents told us was complete and utter nonsense and we should toss out the baby with the bathwater. But again, the rules have changed. So though the rules have changed, there are definitely still some things that remain true. And one of those things is making good habits. I actually just got done reading The Uncommon Leader by Dr. Mike Murdoch and got some really good things out of it. And one of the things that he focused on in the book was habits. And let me find the actual page that I was reading from. But basically what he was saying, something that really resonated with me, was this line: your habits have created your present condition, physical, financial, emotional. Whatever your habits were have brought you to this place now. So what you gonna do? So here's what I'm going to do. Studies have shown that it takes 21 days to break out of an old habit and get into a new one, good or bad. So I am taking the next 21 days, 21 days to create some new habits and build on some that were sort of shaky, sort of weak, that could be better. And all of these habits are habits that many successful people, all the millionaires and billionaires and successful people that we look up to, or even people who've just made strides in their fields and have done really significant, really amazing things, whether money or financial gain was involved. These are things that all of these people across the board can say that they do. And no need to reinvent the wheel. Just learn from the best, do what they do, and hopefully you'll have the same results. So my challenge to you is to find your habits that need to change or that you feel could be improved to make you a better person to reach your goals. I'll probably make a couple more videos. Who knows? I might start a blog talking about the different habits and different changes that I'm making in my life, and hopefully the whole point of this is to inspire you to do the same. So stay tuned. There's more where this came from, and I hope you like what you see.